So, what's the subjects for today? More war?
Civil War. French Civil War is brewing.
The French are revolting.
Hey guys.
Hey Nanya.
Hey, I just came to save you. I don't know a whole lot about the topic, man. To be honest, I was kind of
talk about anything.
Anyone can say anything about the French. That's kind of what they're
we
for.
can totally ignore the title. The title is just for fun. Like it's just to have something there, and then we can just talk about something else, like talk about sushi and.
No, I've been following it. I think that they've got a real problem on their hands. I think that this is just yet another symptom of general unrest of the French population. We've been seeing this happen for months now, and this is just an escalation to it. So, does everybody know the story? Basically, long story short, it was a 17-year-old kid. He was at a stop sign or something. He was pulled over. He didn't have a driver's license. The cops rolled up on him. Oh, I should note that it's rumored that his parents are drug dealing or something like that, some sort of drug smugglers. So I think that the police rolled up on him pretty unpersonally. I think they drew guns and stuff on him. The kid then tried to escape. As soon as he hit the gas, they ended up killing him. And now there's been a real outrage in all over France about it. So, but like I said, this may just be yet another symptom of a bigger problem in France.
But there were riots like a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, I mean, French is a very riotous society, and good on them,
But no,
I mean, we had more of that, but.
I mean, kind of more based on this because they were feeling like there was like a lot of segregation of North Africans inside French cities, right? Like this has been kind of an ongoing building thing, but there's been riots on this issue before, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's been always been around all these riots. The previous big one was the yellow vest one, right? I think that was pretty huge.
But that one had to do with like healthcare or pensions or something, right? The yellow vest.
Who knows what these things have to do with? It's like, no, really. I've become. I find it incredibly hard to know the difference between something that's just like fashionable in the media cycle and a real issue. Like I find it hard to believe that everybody is instantly communicating and sharing the same thoughts. And a lot of these protests seem to be manufactured by the media, not for any sinister conspiracy, but just because it's a slow media day. Like I think if your protest happens on a slow media day, it could explode just because there's space in the media news cycle. But if you come along on a busy day when there's other stuff happening, no one would even know. So I don't know. I basically I've become, and I'm not saying this is good, but I basically ignore everything I see in the media today. I just count the bodies, right? And I notice how many people died. And I don't get excited about it because, you could have 12,000 people die. And if they're the wrong color in the wrong country, no one cares. And if that's the case, why do I care if like 12 people dying somewhere else gets 1 million hours of media time? It's distasteful. The classic example was that stupid submarine. A bunch of billionaires got inside a tin can to go and have a look at dead bodies under the sea, and then like the predictable thing happened. And how many people pretended to care about that, right? Meanwhile, how many people died in the Sudan? How many people died in the war in Ethiopia? And also the thing is, like, if you have a look at the deaths in Yemen and the deaths in Ethiopia and Sudan and compare them to the Ukraine war is just like, that's just death porn that we like, right? That's like, it's interesting to watch white people die, right? It's not real. And so I just see the whole thing as like entertainment. And if you choose to be entertained by war and death, it's like, well, okay,
That's, Toby, you hit the nail on the head. I think people, you hear about you know, the constant wars and things and chaos that happens in places like Africa. And I think in the West, we often feel kind of guilty hearing that sort of stuff. And so we tend to like hearing about it. But a bunch of billionaires going down to the Titanic, fuck yeah, we're all over that.
Well,
You
the
know,
corporate
that's
media
good shit.
is. There's
Oh
actually,
yeah, that's
I
what
find
mean,
it.
right?
I find it kind of an interesting revelation of our values, right? Like I often describe politics in the West as pick your favorite billionaire. You know, is Trump your favorite billionaire, or is it Elon Musk, or is it Warren Buffett, or it's like, you know, and that's the game, right? You pick your favorite billionaire and you wave their flag because that's what we do. You know, that's what we call Western values and politics. That's democracy, right? And that was revealed by that whole submarine spectacle. It was obscene. Obama talked about this, and I think he was right. You know,
it reminds me of the knights of the medieval era. So all these billionaires are like the knights and the lords, and then and everybody's just talking about all these famous knights, before they went to joust at each other. It's like it has nothing to do with you. You are just peasants, And Tamir raised a very good point. What I saw about the French riot is that a lot of people, even in the comments on my video, insist that this is actually something to do with race, and I'm not entirely fully sure. It could be because there is a very huge North African ethnic minority within France, and then France also do have a lot of policies to make sure that they do not segregate or to discriminate all these people.